Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Now, if you're seeing this on a Sunday, then I have actually accomplished all of my goals this week because I've been meaning to start rolling out some content to be going out on Sundays, and I might have spoken about it at one point or the other. This is gonna be a very short vlog. I'm actually filming on my phone, so I hope nobody calls. Let me actually do my skincare because I'm about to step out. I've worn this cute orange dress that I got from Sour Mall, and I also want to show you my skincare products because my skin has been doing really well. Right now I've not applied anything. I've done my edges though. I apply this when I'm showering. I always start with this when I've not done the mask, the Garnier mask. This is the Garnier Vitamin C cleansing foam. This is not sponsored, but I would love it to be one day. I also use I put this on when naosha, and then I rinse it off, and then I apply this. So this is kind of a clear kind of hydrating cleanser that you apply when your face is wet, and then you rinse it off. You know, sometimes easy vitu wase who assume we know these things, but me easy vitu I've literally just been trying. If it works, nikiona skin in a glow kidogo, then that means I'm doing something right. So my skin has been doing really well, and that has been the order that I've been doing. I usually come and then do this. This is the nice and lovely jelly in cream. This I learned from my mom. Shout outs to my mom. Now I want to talk about something really quickly. I'm so sorry that it's noisy, and that's why I opted to film on my phone because the sound is better on my phone. I have just applied this here, and then after that I apply sunscreen because you know I'm a black girl, and as a black woman you need sunscreen. It's not a nice to have, it's a need. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something that actually I've just I've literally not told anyone else. I intended to do a video just talking about, you know, my growth journey is essentially what I talked about on this week's vlog heavily while we were moving. I just want you guys to know that it's not easy. I hope that when you sit and watch my content, you don't only take away the nice to haves of it, the traveling, the being in Mara, being in Amboseli, all that, but you actually also see the effort that I put in being the person that I am today, because for such a long time I was not comfortable in myself, like in my own skin, even in my mental space I was just not comfortable, and I just decided to take one step at a time on working on myself. And of course the first step was the mental side before even, wow, the sun is rising, I love this, the lighting would be better. Yeah, the first step I took was to start working on my mental health, which was I think last year January. I started seeing a therapist, and I started just being more comfortable in my mental space, and I was able to tackle a lot more things. And my main goal for wanting to be in therapy is because I'd experienced so much heartbreak, not only from like the dating aspects, but also because of the research, my master's research. I know you guys know about that, but I had experienced so much heartbreak because of the work I was doing with that paper. At some point I lost, my laptop crashed, and I was doing my research on a Word document, and I lost the entire thing. Some work I had been doing for 3 months, I lost all of that, and I was so sad. And to be honest, I think I might have taken it out on the guy I was dating at the time, because he's the one who had like put me together with the vendor that brought me the laptop, and maybe I was wrong for that, but well, I don't know, maybe there's something that was not done, but let's not point fingers, okay? I actually wanted to film this video and talk about that relationship, but then I sat back and told myself, who actually cares about it? Who cares about it? Nobody cares, literally, just me. So I decided, rather, let me just talk about the journey that has been me moving into that house and moving out of that house, and some of the most critical things that led me to this moment, right? So yeah, the mental aspect really was something I had been meaning to get down on, because I couldn't bring myself to just do my research with everything that had happened. And sasa the whole relationship breakup also just kind of put more load on it. It wasn't like I couldn't do my research because I was heartbroken. It's just that I was sad. Like, you guys know when somebody is heartbroken, how sad you get. Like, just creating a mental space for you to sit down and read, and actually read other people's research extensively to deduce the findings and, you know, the measures that were taken, the variables. It's so much work, and it needs you to be able to focus, you know. And now I understand why in the beginning of the research journey they used to tell us, you know, don't get into a relationship in between this journey, don't get kids in between this journey, because it's hard. It's very hard. Now I completely understand. And actually, part of the reason why I used to write before this, the OGs know that, and on my blog I really wanted to share my master's journey, because I'd not seen anybody else sharing like an educational journey, actually, except Dr. Linda, of which I just kind of got to know her when she was graduating. So for me, I wanted my journey in my master's to kind of be evident, but I don't believe I've been able to show it well, because again, I can't pull out the camera and start filming in class. Sometimes when I'm going to class, it's just a regular day. So I really wanted that journey to be what I showcase on YouTube, but I guess kind of it got lost in the sauce somewhere. But anyway, I'm happy to talk about it, and if any of you has a question about, you know, what you need to consider before getting into grad school and questions like that, I'm happy to help you. Yeah, so anyway, I had to work on, I keep digressing, I had to work on my mental health so that I can double down and come back to the work and just start over. Starting over is not usually easy. So yeah, the next thing that has really brought me in this moment of this Marie 3.0 is that I really invested in my physical fitness, and that's something that I think has been very evident, because I've been able to share the journey of my physical fitness like very much on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my handle is marie.akanga, or the corporate chick. So I share, like, you know, maybe pictures of my workout journey every day, with an aim to want to motivate just one person to actually get on their own journey. And I'm happy that I know of one person that I have motivated, and that's enough for me. It doesn't mean that I do this so that I can influence a billion people. It's just one person. I work for only one person. If one person sees the message and is inspired by the message that I try to put out there, then I believe that my purpose is actually being accomplished. Yeah, so the physical fitness has been a big aspect, and I can tell you that at first it was just more of the like wanting to look good, and as it continued, it just kind of evolved to the kind of mental energy it would give me was just unreal. And I've spoken about this as well on Instagram. Like, the gym has been a healing place to me. It has been a healing place to me. And I also talked about how sorry about that happens a lot on this road. Yeah, so I kind of started working out before I moved into my former house, and I stopped after the breakup had happened, because by the time I was not moving into that house, I was going through that breakup, and I didn't kind of get back into working out, because, you know, moving into a new place, you must find a new gym and stuff like that. I just didn't get into it because I just didn't have the mental energy to do it. And, you know, when I tell you a breakup can just fuck you up, I'm sorry to curse, but it can literally fuck you up. As in, I like, sasa, why was I not working out? Because I'm heartbroken. Because, like, going to the gym at itakusaidia to heal that heartbreak faster. And you can quote me on that. It will heal your heart. Because nakwambia, now that I'm a gym girly, like, atiniki experience a heartbreak up and pale, I'll just be like, I'll go to the gym on Monday. I'll be so worked up during the workout. I will not think about you, and after the gym I'll have so many endorphins, I won't think about you. So, like, literally going to the gym just kind of fixed my whole life. The next thing was I got rid of the noise around me. There was a lot of noise around me, and this was the people I had surrounded myself with. And I also realized the way you show up to your different friends is very different. Like, different people will know a different side of you, you know. And I didn't like the version of myself that I was with some some people, and it was not only because of my contribution that our relationship was like that. It was also because of the other person. It takes two to tango. So I recognize that I also had faults in some relationships, some friendships ending, but also they also had a part to play. And that has been something that I've really worked through therapy to arrive at this, because I used to take all the blame when things happen. I kind of, I think it's a firstborn thing, because when we were younger, when my brother would do things, it would always be my fault, because even if it's his mistake, why did I not stop him from making the mistake? As in, so I kind of grew up taking a lot of blame even when it was not mine, and that kind of trickled down to me being an adult and just being an enabler to people who ended up cutting me and hurting me deeply. And it was just a very conscious step that I didn't have to. Sometimes I would try to validate what had happened and that this is what they mean, trying to be a bigger person. And that's like, it's one day that I decided that I don't care what I have accepted in the past, try me today. And you guys probably also remember that day, because again, I shared, it's very rare for me to come and put a camera in front of my face and cry. But that day I put a camera in front of my face, and while I was talking about it, I cried. I didn't like plan to cry on the camera anyways. Yeah, so I realized that like letting these friendships like that are kind of like making me feel so bad about myself kind of kept putting me down, and also kind of influenced the decisions that I made when it came to partners. Because if I'm allowing it in friendship, then I'm also allowing it in relationships, and that kind of really everything clicked. Because if I'm letting my friends treat me like this, my so-called friends treat me like this, then that's why I'm also letting people in relationships think that it's okay to mistreat me. And when I was done with these types of friends, then like I just also noticed the kind of men I would get approached by were different. And as in, I don't know how these two things are related. Maybe somebody can enlighten me in the comment section, but like it's something that I noticed. So I feel like the kind of people I've surrounded myself with now are very wholesome people. Some of them I've known for a long time, some of them are people I've met recently, but I am surrounded by angels. Like now, even if I am to fall, I know there'll be somebody right there on the ground with me to pick me up. And this was clear when there's something that happened to me last week that has ever happened again, like 2 years ago when I used to live in Langata. And that thing happened, and I remember that thing broke me because I was crying on the floor, and my friend George had to come and peel me off from the floor. I remember I was down bad. That same thing happened like in a different like kind of manner. It happened again, and I could recognize the way I handled it this time was so different. I didn't cry about what, like I cried in the shower. I cry a lot in the shower. I cried about it in the shower. I talked to my friend, and she was so worried, and she was like, "Are you really gonna be okay?" And I was like, "Don't worry, I'm okay." I don't know if it's the strength from just being there before and having the tools, but like it's very beautiful to see yourself reacting differently to situations, and that right there is growth. So that is among the few things that I've wanted to share. The last but not least thing that I was telling you that I haven't shared with a lot of people is that I actually have been lined for defense. I have been lined for defense, and that is something so nerve-wracking to me. It's something that I've waited for like this whole year up until this point. I've waited to be lined for the research because exactly of the kind of struggle I have had doing this research. Maybe sometimes you guys don't understand because I don't talk about it enough, and I'm not as vulnerable as I think I am. I don't know, but like this is really a work of passion for me. I've mentioned this before, that my research is about the fashion industry, and you guys know how I feel about fashion. So I just feel like fashion and travel, that is exactly why I was put on this earth, and that's why those are my main the main things about my channel. So I want to finish this video here because I really need to rush to Agile Grand Hotel because I have a meeting. But I really hope this video goes live tomorrow so that I can also give some more updated content, because what you're watching right now is something I shot in end of Feb, beginning of March, and the kind of content that also will be coming up the following weeks is also some like me kind of just getting back in line with, you know, work. Right now my work is not fully work from home the way it used to be. It's kind of a hybrid situation where I get into the office sometimes, and I've been enjoying it. Has its pros and it has its cons, and you know, it's change. That's what change is. Change at the beginning is you know, kind of, you resist. At the beginning it's kind of messy, and at the end it's very beautiful. And the thing is, you'll experience different changes at different points of view. So right now you might be experiencing a breakthrough in one aspect of your life, and then you feel like kind of in another aspect you're being beaten down. That's life. So you just take it as it comes, really. That's all I can say. So love you guys so much. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not already subscribed to this channel, and please interact with my content on Instagram as well. And I truly appreciate you guys. Bye. Love you. Mean it. Mwah.